Finnish Karelian Pastries, Karjalanpiirakat, a traditional and satisfying breakfast. Finnish Karelian pastries, or Karjalanpiirakat, are a beloved traditional dish from Finland, particularly from the region of Karelia. These pastries have a thin, rye-based crust and are filled with a creamy rice porridge, making them both hearty and comforting. Served with a generous dollop of egg butter, a mixture of hard-boiled eggs and butter, these pastries are perfect for breakfast or as a snack. Despite their simple ingredients, they are incredibly flavorful and satisfying, embodying the rustic charm of Finnish cuisine. A little story. The origins of Karjalanpiirakat can be traced back to the Karelia region, which historically spanned parts of Finland and Russia. These pastries were a staple in Karelian households, made with ingredients that were readily available in the harsh northern climate, rye flour and rice. Over time, the recipe spread throughout Finland, becoming a national favorite. Today, Karjalanpiirakat are enjoyed across the country, often served during holidays, family gatherings, or simply as a comforting breakfast. They are a symbol of Finnish culinary heritage, embodying the simplicity and resourcefulness of traditional Finnish cooking. The perfect pairing. These pastries pair wonderfully with a hot cup of coffee or tea. The rich, savory flavor of the egg butter complements the mild, creamy filling of the pastries, while the rye crust adds a hearty, earthy note. For a more traditional Finnish experience, serve the pastries with a glass of cold milk or a light beer. If you're looking for a non-alcoholic option, a refreshing glass of lingonberry juice or a warm mug of herbal tea works beautifully. Ingredients. For the rye crust, 1.5 cups rye flour, half a cup all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, half a cup cold water. For the rice filling, 1 cup short grain rice, such as arborio or sushi rice, 2 cups water. For cups whole milk, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon butter. For the egg butter, 4 hard-boiled eggs, chopped, a 1/4 cup unsalted butter, softened. Salt to taste. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Prepare the rice filling. Cook the rice. In a medium saucepan, bring 2 cups of water to a boil. Add the rice, reduce the heat to low, cover, and simmer until the water is absorbed about 10 minutes. Add the milk. Gradually add the milk to the cooked rice, stirring frequently. Continue to cook the rice over low heat, stirring often until the mixture thickens into a creamy porridge about 30 to 40 minutes. Add the salt and butter, stir well, and set aside to cool slightly. Step 2. Make the rye crust. Mix the dough. In a large bowl, combine the rye flour, all-purpose flour, and salt. Gradually add the cold water, mixing with your hands or a spoon until a firm dough forms. Knead the dough. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and knead it for a few minutes until smooth. Divide the dough into 12 equal pieces and roll each piece into a ball. Roll out the dough. Roll each ball of dough into a thin oval, about 6 inches long and 1/8 inch thick. The dough should be as thin as possible without tearing. Step 3. Assemble the pastries. Fill the pastries. Place a spoonful of the rice filling in the center of each dough oval, spreading it out evenly, but leaving a border of dough around the edges. Shape the pastries. Fold the edges of the dough over the filling, pinching the dough together in pleats to form an open-faced, boat-shaped pastry. The center of the filling should remain exposed. Step 4. Bake the pastries. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, 230 degrees Celsius, and line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Bake. Place the pastries on the prepared baking sheet and bake for 15 to 20 minutes, or until the edges of the crust are golden brown and crisp. Brush with butter. As soon as the pastries come out of the oven, brush them generously with melted butter to keep them soft and flavorful. Step 5. Make the egg butter. Mix the egg butter. In a small bowl, combine the chopped hard-boiled eggs and softened butter. Mash together with a fork until well blended. Add salt to taste. Step 6. Serve. Serve warm. Serve the Karelian pastries warm, with a dollop of egg butter on top. Enjoy them as part of a traditional Finnish breakfast or snack. Serving tips. Make it a meal. These pastries are hearty enough to be a meal on their own, but you can also serve them with a side of fresh vegetables, pickles, or smoked fish for a more substantial breakfast. Storage. Store any leftover pastries in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. Reheat in the oven or microwave before serving. Freezing. The pastries freeze well. Freeze them on a baking sheet, then transfer to a freezer bag. Reheat in the oven before serving. Bell, nutritional information per serving. Nutrient amount per serving. Calories 250 kilocalories. Protein 7g. Carbohydrates 32g. Dietary fiber 3g. Sugars 4g. Total fat 10g. Saturated fat 5g. Sodium 250 milligrams. Vitamin A 6% DV. Calcium 10% DV. Iron 8% DV. Shortcuts and tips. Pre-cooked rice. Save time by using pre-cooked rice or leftover rice from another meal. Rye flour substitution. If you can't find rye flour, you can use whole wheat flour instead, though the flavor will be slightly different. Make ahead. The rice filling can be made a day in advance and stored in the refrigerator, making assembly quicker. A taste of Finland for your breakfast table. Finnish Karelian pastries are a delicious way to enjoy a piece of Finnish culinary tradition. They're simple to make, yet packed with flavor and comfort, making them a perfect addition to your breakfast or snack repertoire. Whether you're new to Finnish cuisine or a seasoned fan, these pastries offer a satisfying and authentic taste of the Nordic region. Serve them warm with egg butter for a truly delightful start to your day.
Much for watching. To not miss any further recipe or cooking plan, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you at the next yummy cooking idea.